Hi, and welcome to today's podcast. This is the first podcast from PanelBoy Controls. Today we have a special guest, Mike Moore, who is a sales manager with Werma. Mike was introduced to us from Great Lakes Automation Supply by our salesman Tim Hans. And today we just sit down with him. We go over some of the items that they have at Werma, and we talk a little bit about how we can incorporate those into the panels that we build here over at PanelBoy Controls. Today we'll be talking with Mike. You'll see a little bit of Mario. You hear a little bit of me, Danny, chiming in. And we hope you enjoy the show. Thanks.
I wanted to just do first off to just thank Mario for allowing us to come in. I also want to thank Great Lakes Automation. They're our most recent acquisition as far as joining hands and becoming business partners and being represented on their line card. So without further ado, I guess that's just nothing else to do but just kind of show you what we do. Would you say?
Yes.
Okay, great. All right, so first off, we have here is what we call our Evo Signal. This is our evolution line of beacons. Basically, what Evo Signal comes in three different sizes. It comes with a mini, which are these two represented right here. It comes with a midi, which is our middle one, and then it comes with a maxi, which is our really large beacon. And it's really designed for, as you are working in close proximity with on a workstation, if you want to get sight as well as sound and sight the way that in a midway location, and then when you want to get far away and you want to really get that notification, they'll give you that opportunity to do that. So with that being said, we want to show you some of the features of this light. First off with our mini. Our mini basically comes in two different formats as far as light effects. So it does come with a flash as well as a permanent, and then we call that twin light. The second effect that we have with this is called twin flash. Basically, it gives you that flash as well as a flicker, which is demonstrated here. So what the purpose behind this is that we wanted to basically get your attention, but we want to keep it. So it's really just an intermittent flicker to just get the mind going to where I need to gravitate to get this attention. One of the things about these two, as far as the mini and the midi, is that they have a sounder that's built in. It can be equipped with that. And I'm just going to do the sounder, and it's going to be kind of loud. So that's the mini sounder, which goes up to 105 decibels. Oh, 95 decibels, apologies. And on our MIDI, it has two sound effects. That's 105 decibels and 110 decibels. So it can get pretty loud, but there again, the purpose behind it is to get your attention, but we want to keep it. I'm going to kind of turn that off just because it gets kind of crazy. But that's the other effect with flash, with the twin flash functionality, and this is the permanent, which basically is permanent, and that's a twin light functionality. Mm-hmm. All right, and I'll turn it off because there again, it gets kind of crazy. And the cool thing about our Maxi series and Evo Signal is that it has multi functionality with it as well. It does come with a rotating beacon as another light effect.
I like it.
And there again, it's all driven by LEDs, so you have over 50,000 hours worth of life for each one of these elements, which can go for LED technology. It really goes for a very long time. Now I want to introduce you to the second series that we have here. This is what we call our pre-assembled stack light. It's a Compact 37. It comes in these set configurations. You can't change them. We have several models that's online, also within our catalog, and I just wanted to show you the catalog so you can kind of get a look at it. And quite frankly, the catalog is actually pretty cool. If you look at the tabs, very easy to navigate, but it's basically a stack light: red, yellow, green, blue. Mm-hmm. Right? So we do sight, we do beacons. We do stack lights, we do beacons, we do sound, and we do combination. And the fifth thing that we also do systems. Mm-hmm. So we're able to wirelessly transmit our solutions through stack lights. Mm-hmm. So a lot of great features and pretty sturdy book. Definitely go online and request the catalog, but also contact me directly. And all of my contact information will be given at the end of this podcast. So some of the things that this can do This is pre-configured with red, yellow, green, clear or white, and blue. Then we have, and that's our design look. So it's a silver casing as far as the top and the base. And this is our classic look, which is red, yellow, green. So just some differences there that we have within that.
Now, is there any settings in here where you can like do the flash sheet or anything like that?
Yes, but you can get this with blinking and permanent, as well as you can get it with a sounder on it as well.
Okay.
And a pre-assembled stack light. Yep, absolutely. The other thing that I wanted to share with you guys is what we call as our 240 multicolor beacon. It's basically used in a lot of applications that are designated with panel, as well as just an indication light. And it has a smooth dome design up top, and it has an IP65 rating. And I guess I didn't cover that on the other ones. All of our Evo Signal has an IP66 rating, and our pre-assembled has an IP65 rating as well. And we have, when I started talking about our modular stack lights, we have two sizes in that, but I'll get to that in a second. But IP65 rating, which is rated for wash down areas, very effective stack light. Very effective light, as well as this one. It does have that twin light functionality, so it does have a permanent and a blinking, but it also is equipped with a sounder as well.
Yeah.
So you can have this equipped with a sounder.
How many colors does this one do?
So we have two variations. So it has a red, yellow, green, and that's a 3-color, but we also have a 7-color. So there's a RGB is what we call it. So red, yellow, green, blue, turquoise, magenta, 7 colors total. Yep. So has a lot of capability. It does come with 2 types of connector, a cable, as well as an M12 quick connect. So it gives you that those options as well.
Yeah, is that so the M12, is that a 5-pin or a 4-pin?
That is a 5-pin.
5-pin.
5-pin on that M12 connector. Yep.
Now, does this one do sound?
This one does. If I can get that functionality to work. Oh. Okay. Well, the great thing about being a salesperson, you always come equipped. Yep. So I'm going to go ahead and show you. This is our 7-color multicolor beacon, and it does have the sound, so I can give you an opportunity to listen to what it sounds.
Yeah, I haven't seen one out there like this yet. With the sound in there, audible.
All right. So this is just a part of my demo case. With some banana plugs here, and of course, can you hold that up?
Yeah.
Great. So you have the green. And this is our 7-color design, but here's the sound with it. So 85 decibels.
Yep.
That you can have with that. And then we can kind of throw some different color variations. So that's also the blinking functionality that you can have with it. And let's go and see if we can change some colors. There's your blue.
Yep.
And put all 3 colors together, miraculously it turns white. That was the other color.
Yeah.
And there's your yellow.
Yep.
Right? And with that, we have to try to get that stuff with color in here. Okay, there it is. There's the magenta.
Right there.
Right? So 7 colors, all in one beacon, as well as a sounder.
Yep.
Gives you that as well. There you go.
It's pretty cool. I like that.
Currently, we have a promotion on this
Uh-huh.
through the end of the year.
Yep.
So Lance has already lowered their price on this. Gives you the opportunity to kind of demonstrate and show
Yeah.
a lot of their customers exactly what this is capable of.
Yeah.
So Mario, what would be the benefit of you putting one of those on the panel? Or like, how would you, apply it?
So what I would do with these indicator lights is typically when we build a control panel, basically you have for instance 3 3 indicator lights, you know. So then we got to knock out 3 different holes, you know. So like say a red for alarm, then say a yellow for
Notification on the
yeah, some type of notification, and then a blue for like for something else, you know. So then we got to knock out 3 different holes, and we got to wire the 3 different push buttons. But what I like about these, when they put them on the panel, you know, it's only 1 indicator light, 1 cable to it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I like these for when they put them in panels.
Yeah. So that's been one of the more things that we've been hearing more and more from our customers is that, hey, I've just got one solution that does it all.
Yeah.
And it's just like our mini here. This is a multicolor, so it can go up to 3 colors on this one as well.
Oh, really?
On a mini, our mini twin light mini Evo Signal, as well as the mini has it also multicolor as well. And understand, a lot of this is driven by 24 volt, but Evo Signal has a 12 volt signal that can.
Oh, really? Wow.
So we do have some different voltage variations, 24 up to 230. But there again, it gives you that option, that flexibility to be able to kind of order and do what you need to do with it.
Yeah.
The other thing I want to demonstrate.
Do you have one of these? I can see the base. I'm just kind of curious how they mount them.
Sure, absolutely.
They mount and wire them.
From afar too, aesthetically, they just look better. It looks cleaner.
Yeah, and why don't I'll give you this one. You gotta look at the base. So it comes with 6 different mounts, and what I can do, I kind of show you what it looks like. Page. So that will be our.
Yeah, it's nice you guys don't have a screw terminals. I like the push-in.
Push-in terminals? Yeah.
Yeah.
See like what you're saying.
Saves more time.
So basically with our Evo Signal line, the way it was developed, it's kind of an evolution of our whole Beacon series. So we had over 300 part numbers with Evo Signal for every light effect of the part number, for every size of the part number, and so on and so forth. And also every mount was a part number. We streamlined that down to less than half, so it's about 160 part numbers now. And by doing that, we do have the 6 different adapters, mounting adapters that just snap right in. Right, so you have your base mount, you have a M22 mount, you have a installation mounting as well, you have a tube mount, you have a bracket mount as well, and also you have a bracket mounting that can go off the side. But this one has a cable gland on it. So
Yeah, I see that.
cable.
Yeah.
So there again, we simplified so many different part numbers within this Evo Signal line. And basically, kind of look at this price page here. So you have these 6 different variations, different light effects, and it all replace all of these 20 parts.
Yep.
All right. So, and we've done that with all 3 lines. So that's the mini, and there's the mini. The great thing about the catalog, it gives you all of these illustrations, kind of letting you know what we replaced with the new, and then navigating how you can configure the stack light for yourself, or the particular light element. So, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Like I said, the mounts, they just connect right there at the bottom. They just
Yep, I see that.
slide in and then twist and lock. That's it. That's the mount set. The other thing I wanted to talk about was our CombiSign 70, our 70 millimeter stack light.
Yep.
This is a modular stack light, and the great thing about CombiSign 72 and also 71 is that they're basically evolved. They have been evolved from our CombiSign 70, which was our original series of our 70 millimeter stack light.
Yep.
Again, by leveraging the LED technology, able to get more effects out of our stack lights. So this particular stack light is our ultra bright, the CombiSign 71, and it's only driven by 24 volt. And you can see this thing gets pretty bright, and I'm going to put it next to one of our standard lights, which is here, which is our twin flash technology that we see up in with this one.
Yep.
So you can see how much more brighter that light is. We also have with our CombiSign 71 different type of light elements. So it's basically an LED that's rotating. So it's no moving parts. And that's one thing I wanted to bring up with this one again, is that all of these LEDs are basically just rotating in effect. So there's no motors, there's no maintenance that's got to happen down the line. This is a very durable solution as well as what we did here with the CombiSign 71
Yeah.
on this rotating one. Here we have a CombiSign 72, which has a twin flash technology in it. And the easiest way is just twin flash and kind of separate twin light and twin flash. Twin light basically is permanent and blinking. And twin flash is basically flash, like you see here, and that EVS, that flicker, the way I showed you. And the easiest way is that inside you can see there's a dip switch inside of it. Kind of show you guys. And you can just flip it over here, lock it back on, and now you have that EVS kind of flicker pattern that's demonstrated there. And so you have a lot of technology within this particular light element. Like I said, just driven by a simple dip switch.
Yep.
Right?
What's the maximum amount you can add up?
So, great question. So we have up to 5 elements because our terminal elements have 6 pins
Yep.
on common and 5 other terminals that's within it. So we can go up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
We also have a sounder that can go on here as well, and I'll demonstrate what that is. But this one right here, as far as yeah, it can go up to 5 stacks
Okay.
on top of it. Here we have our design look on CombiSign 72. Basically a clear lens and a colored LED inside. The great thing about this is an outdoor type atmosphere where the sun is directly on it, makes it kind of hard to see if the light is on or if it's not.
Yep.
So we have a clear lens to basically say, you know when this light is on.
Yeah.
And that's what we went with the clear lens on that, or that design look, similar to what we have here. See there?
Yeah, that makes sense. I notice sometimes you look at the car and you see the lights on. It's like, are they really on? You know?
Exactly.
You get close, like, oh, they're off. It was just a reflection.
Exactly. And the bottom one is our CombiSign 71, which also is an ultra bright light element. I do have a and this one.
So, do you guys sell this thing, or is it just for like ammo?
Oh, great.
purposes?
Thanks for bringing it up. So this would be our Anden control box. Basically, it's just a unit that you can just get. You could just mount it like this on the wall and kind of turn the lights on, as well as it's just great for like a tabletop. Just to kind of sit there if you're at a workstation, just to kind of indicate what's going on.
Yeah.
We have another smart box, and it's called an Anden Speed. So it's basically a rectangular box, has 4 buttons on it, and it has some program capabilities that can go with it as well.
Okay.
And this is for call to action. So it's Anden. We want to basically call to action, get your attention. And within our systems, we're able to notify via email, via text. But that's, again, when we're talking about our CombiSign 71 and 72, that's where the systems come into play. Because there's an added component that goes in here, which is a transmitter that can be added to the stack light. And then if it has a receiver at a common place, that it can basically send data to the receiver to collect data.
Ooh, I like that.
Uptime, downtime, improve call to action.
Yep.
Really
How far does
just
that signal go?
Okay, great question. It goes up to 1,000 feet, roughly, so up to 50 meters. No, 1,000 feet. 1,000 feet.
Yep.
It can communicate. And the great thing about those transmitters is that, you know, you got a shop floor and you got about 50 of these things kind of operating. Within our software, you're able to see the kind of the transmission map of all of those transmitters. One receiver can receive data from 50 transmitters.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, so it's got a lot of capabilities. But the great thing about those transmitters is that they act as repeaters. So I'd say 1,000 feet. You can actually go a little bit further, kind of cheat a little bit.
Yeah.
And they could bounce. They can go up to 3 times out extended to that. So
Oh, really?
3,000 feet. You can really get
So if you got like your receiver over here, then transmitter here at 1,000 feet,
Yep.
then this one's at 500 feet.
Yep.
This one will send it to here. Then,
Absolutely.
oh, really? That's kind of cool.
Constantly communicating with each other. And
Yeah.
you can see that on our, we have a map matrix that really lays out what the map looked like, but it's all within our software.
Yeah.
And all that software can be downloaded off of Werma.com if you really wanted to kind of take a look at it.
Yeah.
Give me a call and we can definitely help you navigate that
Yeah.
quite a bit. No, but it's very effective. A lot of customers are using it. Feel really excited about what our smart monitor has been able to do and what
Yeah.
it's able to bring in. It's a simple, clever drop-in solution. It works very well with legacy equipment. So you have some old equipment and you want to kind of just update it. So let's say like you bought this brand new, $1 million press, right? And then you have this old press that's sitting over there in the side, but you want to be able to collect data. Well, this one might have PLC and have all the hardware for the PLC to be driven through it, and this one don't. Well, you're going to spend another, $200,000 for a PLC to add to this old machine and get the programming and everything done with it. Well, you have a nice drop-in solution like Werma with the smart monitor that basically says, all right, if I got a 24-volt signal constant to that receiver, I can transmit data. So I know when it's starting and it's stopping, cycle time, all of that.
Yeah.
So it really gives you quite a bit of capability. With that.
Interesting.
Another-
So with that receiver, is it just receives data for just indicator lights, or can you be like push buttons too? Like input?
Yes, push buttons as well. Yeah, it doesn't have to have a light, basically, to take on that. And a lot of our customers are actually using it just for that indication. So if there's a button that's pressed, that receiver basically is taking that fault
Yep.
and basically sending and transmitting that data. So if somebody's just pressing a button and saying, hey, I'm going on break, yeah, it's calculating that time for that break. And the great thing about these smart boxes, these Android boxes, is that you're able to calculate it. So if it's going to break, press it, going on break, it's calculating data for that length of time that it's
Yeah.
taking an effect. So, yeah, great call out. It doesn't need that. Another thing that I wanted to communicate about our smart monitor stuff is that it transmits at 915 megahertz. So there's no subscription fees that you have to pay for that.
Nice.
So going back to that story of our, legacy equipment that's on the floor, we want to still collect data because it's such a great piece of equipment. It just constantly works for us. So we are able to get that just with a 24-volt signal, and we can communicate at 950 megahertz. Doesn't interfere with a lot of walkie-talkies and things like that. At least we have.
Yeah.
We have the ability to change the frequency if we need to, but we haven't really had that opportunity to really come to us as far as, hey, this is interfering with my walkie-talkies as I communicate.
Yep.
So great form of communication, great form of really gathering, relevant data. And that's what a lot of our customers come to enjoy about that simple drop-in solution. And the other component that's great about Smart Monitor is that the software is free. So, and it's configurable. So the easiest things that you can think about with our software is that I can make it my own. I can use my own terminology. I can identify my faults. I can label my faults. I can do all those things. And I can also broadcast them within my infrastructure as far as on monitors and on workstations.
Yeah.
So it has those capabilities to be able to do that, and all that's driven through the receiver and the software.
Pretty cool.
Yep.
So the software's free, and then there's no subscription either.
Exactly.
So set it and ready to go.
Yep. So those are I want to say one of the two greatest attractions to our smart monitor solution. That the software is free, the subscription fee is free, as well as I can just take, like I said, my legacy equipment and be able to really collect some relevant data.
Yeah.
Yep. We have a web series that really goes through how to integrate Industry 4.0 as well as Smart Monitor, the power of Smart Monitor. And what I can do, I can send that information off to you.
Yeah.
And you kind of post it on your website as well, so that folks can get a good understanding about Smart Monitor.
Yeah.
And it's really, really tight. It's only about 20 minutes for each one of them. But there again, it really gives you that ability to really see exactly what the systems can do for you.
Yeah.
Yep. The other component in our modular set is that we have a 40 millimeter line. So our 40 millimeter is same thing, has the same functionality, but it has a higher IP rating. It has an IP rating of IP67 and 69K. It's also driven by a IO link. That's another thing I need to mention. Correct. They have an IO link terminal and an M12 terminal. The Combicide 40 has a IO link technology. Well, it does have that twin flash and twin light technology. And to navigate, just kind of going through what's my lights. Do I want a classic look? Do I want a design look? Do I want a wet terminal element? and it's kind of a terminal element, it's kind of like split with this one. So part of it is already on the base there.
Yep.
Then you go into your mounting preferences and you're ready to go. And there again, all of these configurations that you see that's going through the book, you can also configure this online. So you can build whatever type of stack light you want to online just by point and click.
Yep.
Just going through the configuration. And the other thing that I have in a pre-assembled is what we call our flat side. Basically, this is one where it has multi-functionality of blink as far as permanent, as well as it does have a sounder built in. Well, why don't I just plug this up and show you what it does. I don't have the sound on, but you do have the different type of variations that this light can do for you.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. And we're starting to see this on a lot of applications, especially on our AGVs. We're starting to see this take off. And here I'll plug on the sound so you can kind of get a feel for the sound. And the sound can be, probably plug it on. But that's the sound that's up. There again, you want to get your attention or you want to keep it?
Now, can you adjust the volume on there?
Yes. No, I don't think you can. But
Can I see that?
yes, you can. I'm sorry. Okay.
You mind if I take this cover off?
Yeah, yes, again. Absolutely.
I always like to look inside the business.
So it has dip switches inside that you can change that from permanent to.
Where's the speaker at in here that made that noise?
That's a real good question. Not sure.
Oh, you know what? It's right here.
Okay, it's in the back.
Yeah, I can see the
Okay.
wires going from the board to the back side.
I don't see no dial to kind of turn it down or anything like that. I think it's pretty well set.
Yeah, it might be right here in these settings, probably. Yeah, I can see they got like one for each light, and they got the 3 dip switches here. GMP.
Yeah, the sound output is 80 decibel, that's max.
Yep.
The great thing about this, the Audible signal on here, is that it has 8 tones. So you can select different type of tones. That one you heard was kind of that.
Yep.
But this other one that they have one that's but it has 8 different tones. And the great thing about our website is that if you punch in this product code, this part number, you can be able to go down and then have a tab that says tone types. So you can listen to all the different tone types.
Oh, really?
As well.
You do a Michigan State one?
No, I can't do that. But I do have something that I think that you would enjoy when it comes to Michigan State. I wonder if I have that with my handy dandy happy box down here. I have failed, you guys. We do have a MP3 player, which is an audible element that we have. It's a vocal element that we call. And the cool thing about it is just basically drag and drop. Once you plug it in through a USB port, the software comes up. You can put in all of your files on that particular terminal, on that vocal element. Yeah. So if you like that Michigan State sound, you got that sound, you can kind of drag it on that MP3 player, and it connects right onto here.
Oh, no way.
Yep.
Now, what device takes that one?
What device?
Yeah, like which light?
Oh, so it's a 70 millimeter. So we got 2 different models. So we have we got 3 different. One is that goes for a 70 millimeter. So it can go right on here. We're going with standalone, right? And you can put up to 15 different files on there if it's just the vocal element and the terminal, right? As you take a terminal away, you lose half the capacity. So if I have to put a light and my terminal element, my vocal element on top, now I only have 7 files that I can put on that vocal element. stack, cut in half to 3, another stack, and I only got one file that I can put on
Oh, really?
there. Because it's taking away a terminal port. That's powerful.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But if it's just our hockey puck, that's what I call it, our hockey puck, and the vocal element on top, it does exactly what you want it to do.
Yep.
Gives you 15 different file variations that you can do. And one of the more creative things is that we do have some customers that are utilizing that MP3 player as a indicator for troubleshooting. And one of our maintenance departments and one of our customers is basically testing this vocal element. So basically, they're putting a troubleshooting guide as a part of that vocal element. So if, let's say the operator ignites or presses the fault to, hey, I need maintenance over here to fix my machine.
Yeah.
It will basically jump her to that vocal element and just say, before we come, I need you to check to see if you can clear any jams. Can you check this sensor? Can you check this sensor? Check this sensor. So it goes through a troubleshooting guide.
Yeah.
And if they don't clear the fault, then it was then be able to stay on, and it'll keep looping these things. But if it stays on and it does it 3 or 4 times that they want it to do, they can just hit another switch, and all of a sudden that will call maintenance. So it really is.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
Maintenance people very productive in what they're doing.
Yeah. So I used to do maintenance before.
Yep.
And I did maintenance factory, and all the time you get a maintenance call, so you got to run over there and check it out. And it's like, you call me over here for that?
Yeah. And you might be in the middle
Just
of
put
a
the
PM.
like, just push this
Right,
button.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that we heard from feedback. I said, hey, this might be a pretty solid solution.
Yeah.
Another thing that they're using this for, and this is more recent, they're basically having an audible message to if you are encroaching upon an unsafe area or warning area. So you come here, warning, rather than that or that blink that can get ignored, you actually can put a vocal and say, warning, you're getting too close. And you can also put it in a different language.
Yeah.
Because it's just spoken word.
Yeah.
Right? So the great thing about it is that you have that ability to do that.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
Yep.
Warning, overhead crane is about to start up. Atención, grúa se estará moviendo.
Oh, it'll keep open.
Warning, overhead crane is about to start up. Atención, grúa se estará moviendo.
There we go. You can have a little fun with it. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the first one. Another that we have for our folks that aren't really happy with what they're doing. That's right. Had enough. We also have something for our folks in the country. I have Iowa and South Dakota, North Dakota as part of my territory. Don't want to wake some people up. And our last one that I have on here loaded up for you guys. Uh-oh. That was 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, 1, 2, 4. 1, 3. And 4. There we go. Get up close and personal with some people from the country. Yeah, let's get a little towel action going. So, if you wanted to put that great Michigan fight song on that, Michigan or Michigan State? I want to make sure.
Michigan State.
Michigan State fight song on there. You have the ability to do that.
That's pretty cool. Can I see it?
Yep, absolutely. And it comes in 2 variations. So that one is a speaker that go up to like 90 decibels. The other one is a louder speaker that go up to 105 decibels.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that.
Yep. So, like I said, software comes with it. All you have to do is just load your file and drop it on there. Or take the microphone. If you want to go through troubleshooting and also give some great indication as far as warnings and things like that. You
Yeah.
have that ability to do that.
It's pretty cool.
Great flexibility.
I haven't seen that out there.
Yep. So when we talk about Werma, we really make some very simple, clever, unique solutions
Yeah.
that are out here. The other one that I don't have that I wish I did, we have a sound side of it. So like I said, we do sight and we do sound. We do a combination of both.
Yeah.
Well, we have a sounder that's a self-adjusting sounder.
Yep.
Apologies, I don't have it with me today. But basically what it does, it takes the noise around it. So it'll just beep,
Yep.
beep, beep. And as you clap, it's louder.
Yeah.
So it will constantly be adjusting by 5 decibels as loud as it's getting up to 100 decibels.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. So that's one of the technology and very unique things that we have that nobody else has.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool how they do that. I know my truck has like the speed compensation.
Yep.
So when I'm driving faster, the music goes up.
Music
And
goes
when I
up.
slow down, yep.
Exactly. Same thing.
Like magic.
Some of the other things that we do that's driven toward panel mounts and not. We have this little simple indicator light. It's right there. Pretty decent illumination, but a lot of our panel builders, they definitely use this one.
That's the indicator light?
Yes, it is.
Is it incandescent or LED?
No, that's an LED.
Oh, okay.
Here's another indicator light that we have. Xenon strobe. This little light, I gotta tell you, it gives off a pretty bright signal.
Yeah, it is bright.
Don't come on so that you kind of see how bright that is. And there again, it's pretty annoying. But you want to get your attention and we want to keep it. Or do you want to keep it plugged up?
No, I just want to curious.
So look at the inside.
Yeah.
I do have a.
Is there any settings with this, or just that's what it is?
That's what it is. The this is a multi-tone. It's a very versatile. This one is a multi-tone sounder. It has 32 sounds that can be activated here. So 32 different sound tones that can be done, all driven by a dip switch. And
Yep.
you kind of see, take the screw off, and you can be able to kind of see inside and kind of set your tones. This one goes up to 110 decibels, pretty loud. I'm not going to do it because
Yeah.
it's that extreme.
Yeah.
Maybe I can do it and just do it back. Wait for those.
Oh, there's loud.
There again, it's at 32 different tones.
Yep.
With that particular unit. As far as other goodies I have in here, we do have a example of our Combi Sign 40 that I mentioned. Basically, it's 40 millimeters, just like this one. Same type of twin flash technology, but it also has a sounder, and the sounder always goes on top of this. You asked earlier, how many can I put on top? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, and there again. That's really good. These lines are kind of tough to see. And that I'm also getting rid of. That don't help. Suffer from OE. Can I show you how this works? And wow, pretty perfect.
Yeah.
95 decibel.
Yep.
So, great form.
Is that one?
Yep, you sure can. Another form of indication for you. And that's our kind of a blend between our design look and our classic.
Okay.
I guess the last one I'm gonna really show you is something as a simple indication here. Multicolor as well. Right off. And you can see you can get, it's like 3 sets.
Yep.
But you can get them all the same. All illuminate. One color. It's a very flexible light.
Yeah.
You can do with that. That is a part of our.
I see that one.
Yes, you can. It's part of our pre-assembled. That's called our Vario sign. Yeah, I think you gotta get it from the side. It's from the bottom? Side. I think you're right. Slide that down.
Now, where would someone use this type of
So this is more or less for anyone that just has real simple indication at a workstation that they wanted to just.
Oh, okay.
So it keeps it kind of close and personal. We don't have a lot of that in the marketplace right now. And if you want to look at the guts, you got to push those two on the side.
Okay.
I'm going to give you to the wiring. Some of that. So we covered sight, covered sound, covered combination. And we also talked about system. Basically, went through some very good examples
Yeah.
on what we do and how we do it.
So what's the smallest light that works with that the MP3 thing?
Small light,
Yeah.
it would be like, so it has a one that's a part of this flex square line. And basically, it looks just like this. It's actually a little bit bigger than this, but that's just a standalone vocal element as well. And we also have traffic lights that we have that I can show you what they looks like as well. Yeah. Yeah, this vocal element here. So it looks like this type of design, but it's a little bit bigger.
Now, can you do that one and stack that style?
Exactly. Yes, you can.
Okay.
And the way those connect is right here. So it's connected. Just go top to bottom.
Oh, I see.
Yep, and you can just add as many as you want. Just kind of top to bottom.
Yep.
And you're not limited on this. Right? There's a little bracket kit that you can get for that. Part of other traffic light that we have, where the other MP3 player is right here in our 890 series. So it just looks like a traditional stack light.
Yeah.
I mean, a traditional traffic light.
Yeah, it does.
And the great thing about that one is that it does have a vocal element with it as well. This is the regular multi function or multi-tone sounder for it, but it also has an MP3 player for it as well.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is, the vocal element right there
Okay.
for it as well. So you can gang them up like that as far as kind of red, yellow, green. Then you can have a multi-tone sounder.
Yeah. What's the diameter of that one?
Right here, really illustrated right here. So we're talking about things, European terms, right? Millimeter, not inch, not centimeter, millimeter. So we have this diameter is 127 deep,
Okay.
91 tall. I'm sorry, 150 tall.
Yeah.
So there again, limited technology, simple, clear solutions, and we'd love to give an opportunity to come in and demonstrate to all of our customers that are out there.
Yeah.
You know, I'm only a phone call away, and I'm really close. I'm locally right out of the Chicagoland area, so I can always come over, do a demonstration. And the great thing about me being so local and being able to demonstrate this live is that you don't get the real effect until you actually see it, feel it, and touch it.
Yep.
And that's another great thing about Werma and what we do. Right? Okay. So again, I want to thank you.
Yeah.
Come
Appreciate you
out.
coming out.
I want to thank Great Lakes Automation.
Check out that line right
Sure can.
there.
And Great Lakes Automation is a fantastic distributor that has several other lines of offerings that would definitely be a good fit within the manufacturing segment. And let me give you a little background more about Werma and who we are. So we're a global company. Our headquarters in Rietzen-Wilhelm, Germany. It's kind of the southern side of Germany. And we have subsidiaries in the U.S. Our headquarters is down in Norcross, Georgia. We also have subsidiaries in China, Belgium, France, Switzerland. But it's 7 total subsidiaries total that make up this company.
Yeah.
So,
Is there any talks about doing one of these style indicator lights with the MP3?
no talks about that.
No, that'd be cool.
Not yet. But like I said, you can always get this sounder. You can mount this just with a terminal element,
Yep.
which is our handy dandy hockey puck.
Yep.
Mount that on there, ready to go.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And that's just that's actually a M12.
Yep.
There. And that's an 8-pin on that.
Yeah, let's just count one.
Yep.
8-pin. Yep.
Our regular ones is just a terminal element that has ports. So this is our standard one.
Yep.
We can have 2 different type of mount. There's a tube mount and then there's a base mount.
Yeah.
And we do our unique mounting option. So here's a mount that basically gives you the ability to kind of unscrew. And then, say like you want to repair something, the stack it's way up there. Well, kind of take that, turn it. And you can see that with that cord that's in there, you know, it has that flexibility with the wire that's already in there. And that wire is all the way through. So
Yep.
it's one of the unique brackets, mounting brackets that we offer as well. With a base mount, several different mounts.
Yeah.
And you can see that a lot of those mounts are pictured within glasses that they have on their shelf in stock. This one we have down in Georgia, and it'll take 1 to 2 days for us to get it back to you.
Yeah.
So it's really quick turnaround. And if it's something that's we don't have in Georgia, about 1 to 2 weeks.
Yeah.
To get it out there to
Okay.
the customer. We get shipments in every day. Well, once a week, not every day. Once a
Yeah.
week. So you have any questions?
Let me just see what other goodies you guys have here. Oh, what is this thing here? Looks like it's some type of wireless push button.
That is the end in the box. That's the end in speed. End in the box. That's the other variation of this one. The difference between this one and that one is that these it can be programmed and those lights light up. So those buttons light up.
Oh, really?
But these don't. They don't light up.
So would you mount this on a machine then, somewhere? Then?
Yep. Just mount it on the machine. Sit right next, like if you're on the workstation right here, and your light is suspended up. It does have a 5-meter cord on, so it's got a lot of leeway on that. It is powered by a 110 volt plug.
Yep.
Just like this one is.
Uh-huh.
You know, so because it's wired by a 110 plug, and we have a 24 volt hockey puck, it will knock down the voltage for you in order to power this, which is another part of that technology.
So does this one use could it use that wireless technology you were talking about?
Yes, that does work with the wireless technology as well. And there again, have a fault, it can definitely send a message, and it can send a message 3 ways. It can pop up on the screen, you can send it by email directly to your phone, or email directly to your desktop or to your phone, and it also can send a text. And it's all done through the software that you can configure for that to happen. And the great thing about that notification, it can be escalated. So let's say like in 10 minutes, fault was happening on low materials, and this operator is sitting there down on a critical piece of machinery that's working, that's not working right now, not making money.
Yeah.
After 10 minutes, it will send an escalation email to, say, like the plant supervisor at the time, right? So the plant manager can basically is like, okay, line 3 is down. That's my most critical piece of machinery. What's going on? I'm not going to the operator as a plant manager. I'm going to the supervisor.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to the person that's responsible for the materials that's not at this particular line.
Yep.
So it really just helps to hone in on the accountability side of it.
Yep.
to keep everything in perspective.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. I haven't seen that out there yet.
Yep. So we're not seeing this this influx of, hey, why why isn't Jane over there taking care of this? Well, Jane's waiting for materials. That's
Yeah.
what's going on.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
go
There's
to
a lot,
where
of,
the-
a lot of that stuff
where
going
the
on
stuff
in the
is.
factories, you know.
Exactly. Exactly. This keeps it all in perspective. It keeps everything straightforward.
Yeah. See what else you guys have.
I do have something that's that's rated for our washdown areas, like our food and beverage. It's an IP69. It's called a clear sign. And if you go to, let me show you where it's at. Right in here. It's in our stack light area on our pre-assembled stuff. There it is right there. Clear sign. The clean sign is what it is. So that's a welded unit, has great functionality, 7 colors, and has come with a red, yellow, green, and it does have one that you can make a permanent, has an EVS as well. It does come with a sounder, and like I said, once all the dip switches inside are set, mounted, that's it. It's contoured so that, and with those particulates, there's no shelves that can collect on them.
Yep.
So like these stack lights, you get these
Yeah.
microparticulates can settle up on those shelves. It's already thermetically and it's contoured out.
Yeah.
So that if anything comes down, washes away.
Yep.
Right? So it's a great solution for those food and beverage locations that have IP69. Yeah, that's an explosion-proof stack light.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we have explosion-proof stack light as well as we have explosive beacons as well.
That's good to know because we're working with a new customer right now, and they do the NEMA 7 enclosures, the
Okay.
explosion-proof ones.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's fairly new to me. I never worked with the explosion-proof enclosures before.
Yep. Another thing that we have a monitor beacon as well. Basically what that is that if, let's say like a robot was being programmed and you had a person in there programming this robot and that light that was on basically saying, do not turn on this robot because it's being operated. Well, if that light goes out, it will basically stop anybody inside the booth or outside to be able to start the piece of machinery. Because they come out and this person on the other side of the robot that can't be seen, to see the light is off, okay, we can start this up. Right? Without that monitor beacon being on there, without that light being shown, it could really cause some major damage.
Yeah.
So we wanted to, and we're going to be including that as a part of our next webinar series that's coming up on December 9th. So
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
give you communication on that. And it's really going to be around WeShow or Werma safety is basically what it is. WeShow. So it's Werma. So it's, and here's the thing. I'm moderating this thing and I don't even know the name. That's a shame.
Yeah.
It's WeShow. It's Werma.
Just send the link, which I can.
Yeah, I got you. I'll send you the link on
Yeah.
that. And, it'll definitely have the acronym. Oh, okay, yeah, I got it. So we signal hazardous obstacles at work. That's it. So we show. And you're going to see variations of our monitored beacon, which is on that tab. I want to say it's the yellow tab. That's where our beacons are. As well as our explosion-proof stuff is back there as well.
Now, do you guys do the enclosures also?
No, we don't do enclosures. But that webinar series, I'll be moderating with my team, and we'll be having that on December 9th. We have 2 different time slots, 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Okay.
But I'll definitely include you in that invite. And by all means, you want to invite anybody else,
Yeah.
please, let them join.
Yeah. What's this light do? See a little.
Oh, so that's a USB light. Basically, it's just a light that's got a USB connector to it and just lights up.
Oh, really?
USB. Yep.
Now, what would you use something like that for?
So I haven't come across anything that someone has, but there's some people that are looking for USB, just a quick connect.
Yep.
That they would use that for, but that's just it. And it comes in I think it comes in multi-color as well.
Yeah.
But there again, once you connect it, there's software that pops up, you can kind of program it as well
Yeah.
through that software, through the
Okay.
KSP. Well, I think it's software that you got to download for that,
Okay.
for that particular.
Nice. Yeah. Well, I appreciate you coming out, showing us the latest goodies out there.
You bet. Oh, thank you so much for having me. And hey, we like to light the way. We like for you to hear where we're at. And
Yep.
ultimately, we want to get your attention. And we want to keep it.
Yeah.
So Werma. Simple.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. So what we do, we do on-site machine wiring and panel building.
Okay.
And so we're out. We have a total of 6 guys right now out in the field right now. So basically, they're just helping our customers out, building control panels and integrating them to machines. And a lot of times, I work with lots of machine builders from pretty much Grand Rapids to the Lake Shore, and a lot of them don't see this latest technology out there. And they're doing like stuff like a really old school way. And some of them are open-minded to change and figuring out a better or faster way to doing what they're doing. And it's nice when you bring the stuff in here, I can help them out too.
Yeah, thank you for that. And the thing that I like to say about also working with panel builders, there's been so many different variations and examples. And, of course, you have the multicolor, you have the 240 beacon multicolor. You also have folks that are just using stack lights.
Yep.
2 and 3 variations there. The great thing about it is that it's all modular. So however the customer wants to set it, you can definitely get that to us. As long as we got a 24-volt signal, then
Yep.
we're good to go. And we also have some pretty simple stuff. If they want to just control the cost and do it that way, they can definitely do it that way as well.
Yep.
So premium manufacturer, but our stuff is built to last. Everything is LED. We do have some older models that basically comes with the canister, and you can buy the bulbs separately.
Yep.
To that. But there again, those LED bulbs, when you start inserting those LED bulbs in these canisters, it ends up being priced more than this unit right here,
Yep.
Common 72. So why not just get it with also the twin element
Yep.
functionality inside as well.
So I had a question on this one. What type of like base mounting? Can you do like an M12 cable on here,
So that's
or is it just push-in ones?
Nice one. Yes, M12 plug.
Okay.
Yep, sure does. And 2 looks on that one. The last look in the design. And also, just looking at something, came across something here. We have something that is something that's not out there by anybody else, and it's our pure simple signal tower, and it's our design 42. So it's basically got a stainless steel housing on the outside.
Ooh.
Yeah. So a lot of our customers are digging this stack line. just because
Yeah, that'd be
it's
really
very
durable.
Yep, and it's got that stainless steel, so aesthetically, very pleasing.
Yep.
Yep, so we have it in 2-tier and 3-tier variations as well.
Cool.
Everything is here in the old Werma catalog.
Yep.
Everything you need, and just a phone call away if there's any other technical questions that you might have.
Yeah.
Yep, or your customers might have as well.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. If I ever run across an opportunity, I'll definitely send them your way.
We have a lot of stuff. It's the one that I don't have with me that I wish I could show you. We need to have that haptic touch.
Yep.
That can kind of turn it off. Would have loved to have demonstrated that to you, but
Yeah.
didn't have that wired. Yep. Good.